Hey everyone, it's Samuel here at SG Yoga, and today we're going to work through a gentle type mobility flow. So let's start. You can start in Sukhasana or Virasana or Vajrasana, any comfortable seated meditative position. We'll start by grinding down, meeting ourselves where we are, and just becoming at one with the breath. So bring your eyes to a soft gaze. And maybe eventually closing the eyes. Do as you wish with your hands. If there's any mudra you'd like to take, you can. And then just notice the quality of the breath. And see if you can sit with the natural rising and falling of the breath without altering it at all. Can you witness the breath as it is? And if you do find yourself starting to manipulate or to control it, just notice that as well, knowing it's okay. Notice the quality of the breath. Whether it's deep, long breaths, short, shallow breaths. And notice how that correlates with your mood, how that correlates with how you're feeling physically, how you're feeling mentally, emotionally. The breath will literally mirror your experience. Whether you're running a race and you're out of breath, or whether you're feeling a bit anxious and you're short of breath, shallow breaths, or whether you're calm and relaxed and you've got these nice, deep, soothing inhales and exhales. But also knowing that the breath correlates with this. By having an awareness of it, an awareness of how we feel, we can start to have some control. When we become aware of things and we don't attach to them, and we just let them pass, we can witness the breath change, we can watch the breath change. And with that being said, start to slowly deepen your breath now. Thinking about breathing outwards. So breathing into the pit of the tummy and feeling the ribs expand to the sides and the ribs at the back of the body expanding outwards. Full 360 diaphragmatic breaths. Starting to put a slight constriction in the back of the throat. Let your inhales be like you're almost going to snore. And your exhales like you're almost going to huff up a mirror as you come into your Ujjayi breath. And then notice the spaces in between the breath, as well as the breath itself. Notice that stillness and that spaciousness in between the breath, no matter how short it is. And then witness the ebb and flow of the breath itself. No matter where on the body you're bringing your awareness or you're bringing your attention to notice it. It could be a bodily sensation such as the ribs expanding, belly contracting and expanding. It could be the air entering and exiting the nostrils. And from here, let's take an inhale together. Exhale. And then we'll inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold at the top, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. And now bring awareness, or bring your attention to the spaces in between the breath. Maybe you've got more of a natural lengthening to the breath. And with this deep, extended breath rate, notice the mind. Notice how you're feeling physically. Notice how you're feeling energetically. Notice how each moment it can change. There's nothing to grasp to. It's all non-tangible. There's nothing to hold on to. The breath comes, the breath goes. Emotions come, emotions go. Thoughts come, thoughts go. Feelings come, feelings go. And with that in mind, for the practice today, I'd like you to keep in mind that there is nothing to hold on to, there's nothing to grasp, there's nothing to reach, there is no destination. I feel, especially in modern yoga, we can get attached to performing certain postures, certain asanas, that we miss the point of being in the present and meeting ourselves truly where we are, and meeting ourselves exactly as we are in the present, what we're capable of in the present. So with that in mind, you're thinking that there's nowhere to go, there's no destination. This is it. A series of moments popping into and out of existence. But as we are the awareness, the seat of awareness behind it all. Is there an experiencer, or is there just experience? And from there, start to come on down into a child's pose. Sticking with this theme of the breath, this spacious quality, start to notice the ribs expanding back and outwards as you're in your child's pose. Notice the subtle sensations, the subtle stretches of the body just by inhaling and exhaling. So witness the ribs expand, witness the ribs contract with your inhales and your exhales. And there's nowhere to go, nowhere to be. There's no prize for breathing deeper, for breathing slower. Just notice how you're breathing now, and notice what it does to the bodily sensations. Notice what it does to the spine. All those muscles in between the ribs. Okay, I read the other day there's 60,000 blood vessels in the body, or 60,000 miles, something like that. Think of all that oxygen, all that prana, all that life force being carried around the body. And from there, start to walk the hands over to the right hand side. Bring the left hand on top of the right hand. And then bring your awareness to your left lung, the left hand side of the back body. Breathing into the hip crease. Noticing the different sensation there that you're on this off balance nature. And start to walk your hands through center. Bring your hands over to the left. Right hand comes on top of left. This time bringing your awareness to your right lung. The rib cage on the back of your right hand side. And breathing into the right hip crease all the way up into the right armpit. And start to walk the hands back through center. From there, start to pull the body forward. As you start to inhale and come into a shallow up dog. And exhale, drive back into a child's pose. We'll take this for some time. And just think about syncing the breath with the movement, inhaling forward into some form of an up dog. It doesn't have to be deep at all, it can be extremely shallow. It's still very early on in the practice, we haven't done a lot of movement yet. Exhaling back to child's pose. Inhaling forward. Exhaling backwards. And maybe you notice that you do get progressively deeper with each inhale forward. Try not to let that be the goal, or try not to let that be what you're reaching for. There is no destination, there is just movement, there is just breath. Sinking the inhales, sinking the exhales. As we inhale forward, exhale back to child's pose. And you can do this with eyes closed or eyes open. With eyes closed, it definitely adds that introverted nature to the quality of the practice. And after your next upward facing dog, tuck the toes, bend the knees and drive the hips up towards the sky into a downward facing dog. A few breaths here. Maybe you want to pedal the backs of the legs, sway side to side and make any movements that you like to make in your first down dog of a practice. And then from there, start to walk the feet to the top of the mat, ever so slowly, ever so mindfully, maybe one big toe at a time. And as you get towards the top, maybe you need to put a bit of a bend into the knees, that's okay. Maybe you want to come up onto your fingertips, modify, change in any way that your body needs. And then just hang out at the top of the mat, ragdoll. Opposite hand grabs opposite elbow. Tapping into the sensations of the lower back. And anything else that arises for you, just notice what comes up. Whether it be a thought, whether it be a feeling, an emotion, a bodily sensation. Be present with it all, and then let it dissolve. And then inhale, start to zombie roll up. Hands up to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Repeating that, inhaling, hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, zombie roll up, bringing your hands up to the sky. Again, sticking with this theme of no destination. We're just syncing the breath with the movement of the body. There is nowhere to go, there's nowhere to be, there's nothing to reach for, there's nothing to grasp. Just syncing movement and breath. Practicing because it is your nature to do so. There's nothing to achieve, nothing to attain. Inhaling to rise, exhaling to fall. And stick with this for a little while. Yeah, notice if any thoughts arise. And you can't become hypnotized. Can you make this mindful ritual instead of mindless repetitions? Present with each and every sensation, syncing movement with breath. Next time we rise, exhale, hands to heart center, and pause. From there, rooting down into your right foot, sticking with the theme of the breath, we're going to inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, step the left foot to the back of the mat, lowering left knee to floor. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands to floor, straighten through both legs. Inhale, sweep the left knee up to the chest. And exhale, plant it down next to the right. Inhale, right knee to the chest. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat, lowering it to the floor. Inhale, hands rise, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands to floor. Straighten through both legs. Modify pyramid pose. Inhale, sweep the right knee up to the chest. Exhale, plant it next to the left. Inhale, left knee to the chest. Exhale, step the left foot to the back of the mat, lowering the left knee to the floor. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana, hands to sky. Exhale, hands to floor, straighten through both legs. Inhale, bring your left knee up to the chest. Exhale, plant it down next to the right. Rooting down through the left foot. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat, lowering the right knee to the floor. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands to floor, straighten through both legs, modified pyramid pose. Inhale, right knee to the chest. Exhale, plant the right foot next to the left. Inhale, left knee to the chest. Exhale, step it back, lower left knee to the floor. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands to floor, modified pyramid pose, straighten through both legs. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, left foot down next to the right. Inhaling, right knee to chest. Exhale, step it back. Lower right knee to the floor. Inhale. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands to floor, straighten through both legs. Inhale, right knee to the chest. Exhale, plant it down next to the right. Pause there. Place your right hand on the tummy, left hand on the chest. Just stand here with your presence. And then blink the eyes open. Take a step back on the mat. I'm just going to work through the folding series, the Awaken and Folding series, or a modified version of it. Just as we get some mobility into hips, legs and back. So, start to rise up onto the toes. Sit down to the heels. We're going to drive the knees forward, let them land. Inhale, reach the arms back. Exhale, sit to heels, and then roll over the ankles, coming down into this narrow-legged squat. If you can't get the heels to the floor, no problem. Just stay. You can stay in toes pose. Just come back to wherever your body takes you. So inhale, knees to floor, into this camel type back bend, reaching back and over with the arms. Exhale, sit back over the heels, come over the ankles, back into this squat position. And then drive the knees forward, inhaling for the back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center, sweep back over the ankles, lowering heels to floor or towards the direction of. Again, driving knees forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, sit back to heels and pop on over the ankles. And then drive knees forward. See how slowly you can let them land and touch the floor. Inhaling. Reach back. Exhale. Sit back to the heels. Inhaling forward. And up and back. Exhaling. Back over onto the heels or into toes pose. Inhaling forward, hands to sky. Exhaling. Back over the ankles. Inhaling forward. Reach up. Exhale, sit back to the heels. Inhaling forward and up. Untuck the toes. Sit back to the heels. And rest the palms in the lap. Start to notice if the heart's very elevated. Notice any shifts in the energy. Notice how you're feeling mentally, energetically, physically, spiritually. And again, knowing it changes moment to moment. Honoring the experience in the moment, in the present. Is there an experiencer, or is there just experience? This life of moments popping into and out of existence. Nothing is constant besides awareness itself. Behind all the fluctuations of life, the one thing that remains constant is awareness. And I suppose it's down to us what we pay attention to. How are we attentive? Are we lost in narratives? Lost in association with thoughts? Lost within labels of things we like, things we dislike? Can we let go and be present in the uncomfortable moments? And can we let go of the pleasurable moments? Not cling to them. Fully embody the experience, be attentive with it, and then let go, non-attachment. From here, if you'd like to come into a Shavasana, it could be a great option. Or maybe some pranayama. Or maybe some seated meditation. All options are good options. But for the purpose of this video, I shall leave you here. And I thank you so much for taking the time out to practice with me today. And I wish you a pleasant and amazing day. Thank you.